We need to talk trash because I have a lot of skincare empties, products I have finished up, and I'm ready to talk about them. I'm not waiting anymore for a particular season to start or end. When it gets full, we're chatting. Buckle up, buttercups, because I have quite a few products, and stay tuned because I'll do some sunscreen empties in a while. I have a lot of those. Ilyun, this right here continues to impress. It is their Ceramide Ado Concentrate Cream. Really fun formulation in that it has these little micro vesicles, beads that contain ceramides, and when you put the product out on your hand, you actually see them and you think, oh my gosh, is this some kind of scrub? Oh no. As you glide it over the surface of the skin, they just sink in and release the ceramides. This product is excellent for dry skin, sensitive skin. It is very rich, but I love using this on my face, on my neck, and I actually am working my way through the tail end of a larger size bottle of this, and it'll make its appearance in my next empties video. It's that good. This was featured in my Korean moisturizers for sensitive skin video. There are quite a few out there that are excellent. When I went to Tampa, I tried out, just for fun, the Purito Galacto Niacin 97 Power Essence. I had this, I think it came in one of my Korean advent calendars. It has 92% galactomyces ferment filtrate. So galactomyces ferment filtrate is enriched in hydrating and soothing compounds. This also has 5% niacinamide, which if you tolerate niacinamide, let me tell you, you can just silence a lot of noise out there in skincare, like NAD, this, that, and the other. Why? Why bother? When niacinamide raises NAD levels in the skin, when niacinamide has been shown in actual people, not just a mouse rear end, to improve hyperpigmentation, sallowness, elasticity, wrinkles, smoothness, evidence-based ingredient. One of the, arguably one of the most evidence-based skincare ingredients that we've got these days. Don't sleep on it if you can tolerate it because it packs a punch. This was pretty good. I liked the texture. It was nice and lightweight. I felt like my skin looked very smooth, very hydrated, calm, collected. I like to use this at nighttime as the first step of my nighttime skincare routine. I went through it pretty quickly. Like I started it on that trip because it's sort of travel friendly. It had a cap. I don't know what happened to it. And then I used it up in a matter of, I want to say about 4 weeks. I would also use it in the morning. Niacinamide twice a day for 12 weeks. Get on that train, see if you see a difference. Because the clinical studies looking at niacinamide go out to 12 weeks using it twice a day. Speaking of niacinamide and discoloration, this took me by surprise. It's new from Peach Slices, and not only does it have 4.5% niacinamide, but it also has licorice root and kojic acid. Excellent ingredients to support clearance of hyperpigmentation, evening out discoloration, skin tone. Licorice root is also really good for redness. This is a nice lightweight moisturizer. It has subtle tranexamate mesylate, which is a form of tranexamic acid that may be helpful for barrier function and lessening redness. Now, oral tranexamic acid is given to treat melasma. It works particularly well in that regard. Topically, for hyperpigmentation, it's a bit up in the air, but it does appear to be helpful for redness. This also has compounds from centella, which are anti-inflammatory, fragrance-free, lightweight, works well actually as a moisturizer, layers under sunscreen fine if you want a little something extra, plus you're trying to do niacinamide twice a day and your sunscreen maybe doesn't have niacinamide. Works well at night. You can put tretinoin on over it, or you can put this on over your tretinoin, whichever way you want to layer that stack. It's pretty compatible with layering. Really enjoyed it. Peach Slices is a brand that often impresses me. Like they have a salicylic acid cleanser and moisturizer that I really like. Highly recommend checking out some of their items. Anua is a Korean brand that I also really like. This cleansing oil, however, the Heart Leaf Plus Vitamin E, really popular on TikTok, which means nothing to me. As a cleansing oil, cleansing balm fan, this is not one I would repurchase. It has fragrance and that killed it for me. You know, it does what it's supposed to do. No shade to this as far as its efficacy. It works, all right? There's not a whole lot you can do to make a cleansing oil not work. They pretty much all work the same. But you can ruin a cleansing oil by making the experience unpleasant, and for me, this fragrance was unpleasant. One of the reasons I like using cleansing oils so much is for eye makeup removal. So if it makes it uncomfortable, then yeah, it's a no-go. Plus, like, this label does not work. It does not look bubbling up all over the place. Ratchet. Speaking of cleansing oils that did not go well for me, and I suffered through to the end. Don't buy this. whatever you do, don't buy, unless you like putting Vicks Vapor Rub in your eye, do not buy the Versed Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm. Vitamin E and eucalyptus. Yeah. Do we have a head cold? I think not. This was misery to use. Worked well. Like I said, it's pretty hard to actually screw up the functionality of a cleansing oil / cleansing balm. Only difference between the two is one's solid at room temperature, the other's liquid. Whoopie-doo. But you can really, like I said, you can really ruin it from a experiential part of things. One though that I finished up that was pretty good. I mean, did what it's supposed to do, no problems. I actually kind of enjoyed the texture of it, glided on the skin easily, pretty silky in consistency. It's the Tear Hydro Boost Enzyme Cleansing Balm. Thought this worked well. As a matter of fact, I finished a smaller size of this, a travel size. You know me and the travel sizes of cleansing balms and cleansing oils, they're hard to come by. They're really hard to come by. No, I don't want to use a makeup wipe. Okay, no, makeup wipes are for removing makeup mishaps, not for taking them off at the end of the day. So this is pretty decent, you know. It's not necessarily one I would repurchase, but it was not unpleasant to use, and it worked. A product that I have repurchased because it's become a 2025 skincare favorite. It's the Bioma Phytomucin Hydrate and Plump Glow Serum. Hydrate and Plump is what it says on the back. So it's sort of an alternative to snail mucin. Check out my full review of this, but one of the things I really have liked about this is that it's very hydrating and it doesn't dry down filmy. It offers that plumping effect that you get from snail mucin. It's not quite on par with snail mucin. For me personally, like the CosRX snail mucin really plumps the surface of my skin, firms the surface of my skin, and diminishes pore size. I mean, I see a visible change in my skin surface using the CosRX snail mucin consistently, and it's not any permanent change, okay? This is pretty close without the usage of snail-derived mucins. I think really makes this product work well for me though is the polyglutamic acid. Very hydrated and kind of creates this little hug on the surface of the skin to reduce water. My one gripe with this is kind of the packaging. Like once you get down to what I would wager to be about this much product, it becomes very challenging to get the remains out, and you have no clue what's left in this. You have no clue. Like you don't know, am I done or am I whack it on the side a couple of times and get the dregs out done? And there's no way to really break into this and unleash the residue. So that's kind of an annoying thing about the Bioma packaging. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, it's fun to hold. It's nice. It looks nice in your bathroom, but the mystery inside of what's left specifically. Okay, and then I finished this from Cetaphil, the Gentle Exfoliating Essay Lotion. This is fantastic. One of Cetaphil's best products. It is great for face and body. It has not only salicylic acid, which is good for acne, blackheads, whiteheads, hyperpigmentation, rough and bumpy skin, improving skin texture. It has gluconolactone, a polyhydroxy acid, very hydrating, gently exfoliates, and mandelic acid. It also has niacinamide, a B vitamin that I love. You know, we've already talked about it. Adore that to bits. Very nice, glossy, hydrating texture. Now, if you don't like niacinamide, but you want a product that offers something similar, try their new Skin Activator lotion. It works to firm the skin surface through hydration and gentle exfoliation. Fragrance-free, works really well on the face and body. Check out my full review of that line, but that would be an alternative to that if you're one of those people who is sensitive to niacinamide. Okay, this, on the other hand, is also another 2020 When you don't know what year it is, you just start making up words. I'm rereading The Lord of the Rings, and so I think I'm 11th birthday or something like that. All right, this is the Celemax Dual Barrier Creamy Toner. I've repurchased this because I really like it. Now, it's a milky toner. It's very hydrating, lightweight, comfortable. I see a visible improvement in skin plumpness using it. Calms my skin. It has a peptide in it, aquatide, which, you know, with peptides, it's like you hear the story, you see the manufacturer data, and you're like, okay, all right, sure, if you say so. I don't know. Aquatide allegedly works to kind of kick off and modulate, if you will, autophagy, a cellular recycling pathway. It literally means self-eating. It's important for cellular renewal, healing, repair, recovery, and of course, it's one of those many things that declines with age. All right, that product I love to bits. I also really love and adore. It is the Dual Barrier Skin Wearable Cream. This is a nice, rich, fragrance-free facial moisturizer, also featured in my Korean moisturizers for sensitive skin video for more of a deep dive on it. It's got aquatite in it, like the toner. Initially, I really enjoyed the tip for sort of precision application because I like to dispense products directly on my face. So I love the applicator for that. However, when you get down to the last bit, it becomes work to get it out towards the end, however. But I really like this. This works great as an eye cream. As a side note, as many facial moisturizers do. Anyway, speaking of eye cream, y'all already know I'm on the glycerin skin protectant train around my eyes. I've been doing this for over a year now. Started with the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast gel, and then I tried its dupe, which took me a long time to finish up. The Prequel Skin Utility Gel, also another glycerin skin protectant, a little different as far as some of the other ingredients in this. Check out my review comparing the two, but this was excellent. I noticed though that as I got towards the end, look how can you see that? How the cap kind of started getting crumbly and weird. I didn't like that. Otherwise, it was fine. I am back on La Roche-Posay Cicaplast gel. One of the main differences between La Roche-Posay Cicaplast gel and that is this one, the Prequel one, has niacinamide, which is great. You know, I like that, but I'm just pointing that out in case you don't want to watch my comparison video. I get it. But what does this do for my eye area, you might say? Two things. First of all, brightens it up and diminishes the appearance of under eye circles just by light scattering. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, it's a skin protectant, so it protects eyelid skin from irritants. Eyelid skin is really vulnerable to irritants, aeroallergens because of it's delicate, and when you blink your eye, the muscles contract and kind of suck those irritants and allergens up closer. So having a skin protectant on board really does a lot. Now I am using that actually in the morning. So in the morning I wash my face. I might put on a particular serum that I'm testing out, but before I put the serum on, I'll put just a tiny little drop of the Cicaplast gel around my eyes as an eyelid protectant. Put the serum on, then I go and get the coffee started or whatever. By the time I do all that, everything has dried down and it's sunscreen time, and then we're good to go. Or some days I don't mess with any kind of serum or whatever, you know, I just want to kind of get up, put my sunscreen on and go. I'll still do that. You know, I'll put that on, let it dry down, because you don't want to put sunscreen on over wet product. They won't set up. So just make sure that it's not wet there. Give it a little bit of time, and yeah, it works out quite well. So Physio Gel, their calming relief redness relieving facial cream. I had tried this out a while ago and really liked it. I repurchased it. It has squalane. It's a rich cream, but it's not heavy or greasy. Really liked this a lot. Fragrance free. It has the eczema seal of approval on it. It's another excellent moisturizer for sensitive skin. Highly recommend it. Speaking of which, this is another one that made it onto that shopping block of that video, which actually took me by surprise how much I liked this. I have another copy of it, if you will. I have another tube of it I haven't cracked into yet. This is the Mighty Bamboo Panthenol cream. It's just another fragrance-free, rich moisturizer. Panthenol is a B vitamin that's hydrating and soothing. I go through a lot of moisturizer, okay? That's probably, you know, it seems like a lot. It is a lot, but I really do go through this much moisturizer. Okay, here we go. This I have been using a lot. Did a video a while ago on the many uses of this. This is Cicalphate Plus. It's from Aven. I've been recommending this for years, but I really started leaning into this as a hand cream a lot lately. I absolutely love it. It's on the pricier side of things, but it works really well. Like if you're someone who gets irritation, this is great for soothing that. It doesn't matter if you have oily, acne-prone skin or not, okay? You can use something like this. It's not gonna clog pores or any of that. Now, this is a product that took me a long time to make my way through because I don't use it as liberally as I do other moisturizing products, but I swear by this. It is the Abib Rice Probiotics Overnight Mask Barrier Jelly. Wow. I really want to actually try using that around my eyes because it is so glycerin rich. It's just very thick, deeply hydrating, protective. A word of warning though, a a little bit goes a long way, and it is very sticky. It is a final step of your nighttime skincare routine product for hydration, barrier repair, barrier recovery. If you have windburn on your cheeks, you know, it'll be cold soon. That's a great product to heal and repair that. Also great if you have a lot of irritation from products to use that. Typically only put it on my cheeks and maybe a little on the bridge of my nose. And it just really does leave your skin hydrated, plump. The following morning when you wake up, it's like, wow. It takes time to dry down though. You have to be patient, which is another reason I don't like using it to my entire face or to my neck, because it's just way too much stickiness with my hair and everything. No, that'd be sticking all over the place, but it's really good. It took me a long time to make my way through it, but it delivers results. And I get a lot of positive feedback from you guys who have tried it out. Now, this is one I finished up a long time ago, because I know it's like, wow, these are a lot of moisturizers, but this is a holy grail favorite from Skin 1004, their Madagascar Centella Probio Cica Enrich Cream. This is so rich, so glossy. This has a completely different texture than anything we've talked about here. It's not sticky like the Abib Pro Barrier Jelly Mask. It's got a little bit of slipperiness to it. It really just envelops your skin in this cloak of glossiness. It's glossy, it's bossy. Now the ampule, I am working my way through. I'm almost finished. It'll likely be in the next empties video, is another holy grail. I put it a step above the Phytomucin because it's one of those slippery, slimy, deeply hydrating toner ampule type products like snail mucin without snail mucin. This cream is really excellent, very rich. Again, excellent eye cream, you know. I finished up the Orencia Holy Hyssop Serum 30. Really like this a lot too. Thick gel. And it's odd, it calls itself a serum. Most people think, okay, serum, so that's going to be a more lightweight consistency. It's going to go on before other products. No. This is a very thick, hydrating, soothing gel. I mean, it's thick. It's like ultrasound jelly thick, almost. It's very thick. It does take a while to dry down. It's a little sticky. I put it on as the final step of my nighttime skincare routine. Took me a while to make my way through that. And then last set of moisturizing products, I know it's a lot. It took me 3 applications each to make my way through the 2 ounces, because, you know, to most of my body, that adds up. As body butters, these are great. But they're not like magical. They have argan oil, which is an emollient to soften a smooth, dry, rough skin. The fragrances are actually the best part of these. I love all of the scents. Golden Hour is amazing. It's kind of like an amberish scent, but it's very summery. Vanilla Vibes, however, is a cupcake icing. Exactly. You know those cupcakes you get at the grocery store in the clamshell that you might bring to a work event or somebody's birthday party at work? And when you open up that clamshell, you know, that whiff, that smell, that's exactly what this Vanilla Vibes is like. And then Bohemian Fig was also really nice. It has like a little bit of spiciness to it, but a nice vanilla. Not quite that candy vanilla like Vanilla Vibes. And then Topless Tangerine was a delightful light citrus with a little bit of tangerine. Really enjoyed these scents. Now they also sent me, and I'm still using the body sprays, the perfume sprays, but save your money on those because you don't really smell them on yourself at all. I mean, they are not, I know a body spray is like not as intense as a full-on perfume, but those are so light that you're like, and they're the kind of thing that you might be tempted to buy because they're not super expensive, but the longevity and the throw, if you will, is just like, you need to spray a lot for it to be noticeable, I have found. But it's a fine line because sometimes you just get used to things and you keep spraying more on, and the people around you are like, so it's kind of challenging to know for sure how to titrate that. But right off the bat, my first impression with those was like, wow, these are really light. But I've continued to use them. I really like them. They're really nice for layering. Like, for example, the Vanilla Vibes, I like to layer with Choco Musk. Love that mambo combo. If you're really into smelling like a dessert, yeah, that is excellent. Excellent, inexpensive mambo combo. Vanilla Vibes and Choco Musk. All right, y'all, that's a wrap up with regards to these empties that I made made my way through. Like I said, I think I'm going to start doing these a bit more frequently because go through stuff, I finish stuff, I take a lot of pride in finishing up the products that I review, and I like to tell you guys about them when I finish them because it's kind of like bringing it full circle from the original review. Did anything change or go awry? So I love that. But I'm going to be doing in a while, and won't be like next week or anything, in a while I'm going to be doing a hair empties because I have a lot of shampoos and things that I've been saving as empties, plus serums and smoothing this, that, and the other that I want to talk about. And so that'll be its own empties video. And of course, a sunscreen empties video will be coming. But let me know in the comments, what things have you finished up and you find yourself going, all right, I'm going to repurchase that. I am actually going to repurchase that. Let us know in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.